Okay, yep. So, what is the best surefire 100% way to never get skunked whenever I go out? What tackle, bait, locations, etc. would you recommend? So, yeah, that's a great question. I'll break it up into two, really for bait scenarios, and then we'll go into like some artificial stuff. So, first off, if my life depended on it, there'd be a couple things that I did have. I'd probably have live and dead shrimp, and maybe some cut bait. If I had those two things and something to get to the bottom, that's going to be very good. Additionally, you want to be around some structure. So if you just really want to make sure you're going to catch a fish, whether it's natural or man-made, make sure you're next to some structure and you're on the bottom. Those are going to be the key things, especially when soaking bait, whether it's, live, pinfish, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that stuff's on the bottom. And that'll pretty much guarantee a hookup, somewhere. Additionally, be looking for some current. If you are around that structure, we've done some bridge podcasts and things like that. Make sure you're kind of in that eddy zone or where the fish are in a little bit more of a break out of that current, because that's kind of where the fish are going to be. And if you're soaking bait, you want them to find it. So that's a good spot to kind of place it. Then for artificial, man, I would have one of these right here. I would have a paddle tail and I would have a jig head and I would have like a weighted hook or something a little bit lighter so you could cover all different parts of the water column. And I would power fish like crazy. There's no telling, what you're going to pick up. And I know a lot of the coaches will probably agree with this. If we're going out in a brand new area we've never been to before, and we're just trying to locate fish and try to catch, and get some tight lines, most of us are probably going to start off with a paddle tail. It's just a tried and true, you get a little bit of vibration in there. And we probably start off with something like the 2.0, maybe not even start off with something as big yet as the bomber, but something where even if it's a small aggressive fish, sometimes that's all you need to kind of figure out the trend for that day. So that's kind of what I would do.
Good stuff. Yeah, live shrimp or even dead shrimp. Everything eats it.
Yeah.
And just give some smaller hooks, right? Then you're at least catching pinfish and small snapper.
Yeah.
Do catfish count though? I don't know if catfish counts as a.
That takes you backwards, Peg.
Yeah, because you'll have a very high chance of getting some catfish too. So be ready for
it.
It
Happens. I gotta say
anything.
What's that?
Yeah. Catch anything than catch a catfish.
Yeah, Mr. Hardman, I got to point it out before I answer that next question. Man, we all get skunked, dude. We all get skunked, and it hurts. It cuts deep, but that's part of it, like never getting skunked. I mean, if I had a genie in 3 wishes, maybe I'd wish for that. But at the same time, I might not too, because part of the reward in going out is learning what you did and how it didn't work, so you can go out the next time and not do that and do something different and be successful. That's half the fun. So I mean, I wish there was a recipe. If you want to, go get pinfish or something like that. But if you want to go out and get a trout every time, I can't tell you the number of days I've tried to catch a little 14, 15-inch trout and struggled. And I was going back to the ramp with my tail between my legs. We've all been there. So don't feel like you're alone on that. We all struggle with this.
I was gonna say my best advice would be don't go out there specifically targeting one species. Be open to what you can catch. There's plenty of fish out there that you can catch, but I find that if I'm trying to go out and catch a bull redfish, or I'm trying to go out and find a school of black drum, those are the days I get skunked because I can never find them. But if I'm just going out to fish, I have a game plan, I have a good area that I'm looking at, you should start catching some more fish. But just try not to be so narrow-minded on what you want to catch and be more open to what you can catch.
Yeah, Mark wrote in the chat, I'd rather get skunked than catch catfish. I hear you, man.
So these Inner Circle live Q&As, they take place every week, and they're exclusively for our insider members, where they are free to ask any fishing related questions that they may have to help them start catching more fish. And if you're not an insider member, highly recommend checking it out at saltstrong.com. And if you're new to Salt Strong, just know that we're the best online fishing club in America, especially if you're targeting redfish, sea trout, snook, or flounder. There's nothing else like it because we actually guarantee that you'll start catching more inshore fish while saving time and money. We do this through premium education, our exclusive insider fishing community, and huge discounts on the best tackle for saltwater anglers. To learn more, go to saltstrong.com. Otherwise, we hope to see you again soon.